Welcome, everybody. I'm excited to share this interview with you that I did with somebody whose work I've been following for a long time, nearly a decade now. His name is Andreas Kalcker. He's a biophysicist that resides in Germany, and he has been helping thousands upon hundreds of thousands of people all around the world, especially in Latin America, because he's fluent in Spanish as well. So he's helping people in different countries and different languages all learn about this stuff right here. This is what's called chlorine dioxide. Actually, you make chlorine dioxide with these two compounds, but basically chlorine dioxide is a compound or a chemical, if you will, that acts as a very potent disinfectant. It can kill bacteria, it can kill viruses, it can kill cancer cells even. Yes, cancer cells. So because it is so cheap, and because it is so effective at killing different pathogens, that means the pharmaceutical industry that runs on people being customers for life, right? They don't like this stuff. So the FDA puts out all kinds of false information about it. The mainstream media, the fake news, they also put out all kinds of misinformation about it. Articles all around the world were written attacking me and especially attacking this. That's what they were trying to go after, because the media complex and pharma industry, they don't want people realizing how really universal chlorine dioxide can be used with and how effective it is as well. So we're going to talk, Andreas Kalcker and I, we're going to talk a lot about this here in this interview, and I want to have him on again because this is the first time that I've literally ever talked to him. So we covered a lot of the basics of chlorine dioxide. If you've been following my work for a long time, you know a lot of the basics, but I've had dozens of videos taken down by YouTube, dozens and dozens of tweets when I was on YouTube and was on Twitter. So many different posts removed. Amazon has taken down books about it. They've even taken down one of Andreas Kalcker's books. There's a lot of information out there about it in the alternative realm. You just have to expend the effort to find it, to make your own chlorine dioxide, your own water purification drops, your water purification drops in chlorine dioxide. So without further ado, here is the interview that I conducted with the one and only fantastic individual, incredibly genius, brilliant man, Andreas Kalcker. Enjoy. Andreas, welcome to the show. I appreciate you coming on here with me. It's a great honor because I've been following your work for a long time, long before I ever even went on the internet myself and started talking to people. So I want to discuss with you sort of where your work is at now with chlorine dioxide and what you're seeing it do internationally too, because we have such a sort of media bubble here in America. We do not get much truth of what's happening outside of this country. So first of all, what work are you currently doing with chlorine dioxide?
Well, actually, I'm a biophysicist, so I'm not a doctor, medical doctor. I'm showing the medical doctors how and what to use chlorine dioxide. And I've been working on that for 14 years now. And with this substance, because basically it's the common denominator of most of the illnesses. Why? Chlorine dioxide is one chlorine ion. It's not chlorine, it's an ion. And two atoms of oxygen, also oxygen molecule. And our body actually, what it needs to survive and to live is oxygen. So it's a very interesting substance. And what we found out with the years is it's a secondary oxygen transport, let's say, that goes parallel to the red blood cells. The red blood cells absorb the oxygen in the lungs, but chlorine dioxide is bound to the salt, or say the chlorine ion. And there's a very interesting aspect when it travels through the body. And we know that substance is working for more than 100 years because we use it on daily basis in the industry, in the drinking water, even in blood bags that are sterilized with this, because maybe you remember in the 90s we had a problem with blood bags that they get contaminated with HIV virus. It's a virus too. So if it doesn't destroy the blood in the blood bag, it will not destroy your blood in your body too.
Wonderful. So when We often hear either the media or the so-called scientific authorities call chlorine dioxide a bleach and a toxic drinking bleach. What do you think when you hear that? Because it's clearly a misrepresentation of the actual science behind it.
Well, there are several things. We have to understand, first of all, there's a confusion because the precursor of the chlorine dioxide, that's Cl02, the precursor to make it, one of the precursors is sodium chloride, but with a T, not with a D. So we have sodium chloride, that's table salt, or we have hypochlorite, that's bleach. So this is the first of all. So the first confusion, because we have to understand there are so many different chlorine and chloride production, chloride and hypochlorite and perchloride and trichloride. There are many of them, and many of them are quite dangerous, I have to admit. 30,000 milligram over 14 days to get a toxic effect, LD50.